Hi there everyone, and welcome to another instructional video brought to you by Carbon Black. Today, we are going to take a look at installing a very special version of Linux, my personal favorite flavor, Pop! OS. Pop! OS is a Debian-based release, largely based on Ubuntu. This is great for people looking for a desktop Linux operating system that is easy to use and easy to find and install software. So, with that in mind, let's get started. Downloading and flashing the ISO to a USB stick is a pretty straightforward process. A quick search for Pop! OS gets you to the download page, and from here, it is just a matter of choosing the version that is right for you. Don't worry if you get the wrong version. Graphics cards, drivers, and the like can always be updated later. Once the image is downloaded, fire up your favorite boot drive creator, Balena Etcher, Raspberry Pi Imager, or if you're already running a version of Linux, a lot of them have an image maker built in. Now that we have booted from the USB boot drive, we can start the process of setting up the system. The easy-to-follow install wizard helps guide even the most novice user through the process. Leaving everything as default is always a safe bet with this operating system. Select your language, your keyboard layout, and finally, clean install. Advanced users may wish to partition their hard drive differently, but that is a bit out of scope for today's video. Select your hard drive. Remembering this will destroy everything on your drive, so make sure you have backed up any important files first. Now we can move through the user creation and setting the login password. Next, we can choose to encrypt the hard drive or not. Hard drive encryption offers an extra layer of security to the contents of your hard drive, should it fall into the wrong hands, but at slight cost to performance and inconvenience of having to enter an extra password every time you turn the system on. Today, we are going to skip encryption and move on with the install. Now we hang back while the install process finishes up. Once everything is buttoned up, we can reboot the system and go through the first login. Then I will walk you through some basic post-install setup steps I like to take to have my system ready for action. When you log in for the first time, there are a couple more little things we need to do before we install some software. Setting up the dock, topbar, location services, and time zone, as well as adding any online accounts, such as Google or Nextcloud, can all be done during this setup wizard. And that is it. We are now on the main desktop of Pop! OS. Pop! OS comes with a bunch of programs and tools, making it virtually ready to go out of the box, with email, web browser, and a full Office suite all pre-installed. But here are a few additional things I like to do to make my machine really ready for work. First step for me is installing Brave browser. This is my go-to browser for my everyday interneting. If you haven't already, I highly recommend everyone checks it out. Next, I'm going to install VLC Player. There are many ways to do this, but today I will use the command line and the Snap Store. Installing it from the built-in App Store is also super easy, just as we did for Brave browser. I will also install GNOME Tweaks, which lets us customize a few things within the operating system. For me, I use it to make my wallpaper span multiple monitors and still look good. I also like to install Raspberry Pi Imager, as well as Cura for 3D printing, GIMP for photo editing, Kdenlive for video editing, and Signal for chat. And that just about does it for an install and setup of Pop! OS. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you have any questions, please hit us up on carbonblack.tech/support or in the comments section below. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.